Today, we will see about LR0 parsers. Okay, as we have seen earlier, LR0 parser, they come under the category of bottom-up parsers. You very well know what do you mean by L, what do you mean by R, and what do you mean by the zero. We have seen it last class. Now, we will see how to do it. There are just 4 steps. One is construct an augmented grammar. Now, augmented grammar is nothing but your normal grammar plus one extra rule for the start symbol. That is what you mean by an augmented grammar. Your normal grammar plus one extra rule for the start symbol. And then you will have to construct something called LR0 items. Now, if you remember your initial classification of parsers, you do have LR0, SLR, LALR, CLR, all which comes under the category called LR parser, and LR parser is a bottom-up parser. Now, in LR0 parser, you will have to construct LR0 items, SLR1 items, and so on. So for each of these, you will have to construct items. Now, constructing items, the logic is same for all the LR parsers, except for small differences, which we will see later. So, you know, the basic logic for all LR, be it LR0, SLR, LALR, CLR, or whatever, the initial logic will exactly be the same. Now, step 2, you have to construct LR0 items with the help of 2 functions called closure and goto until the final states are reached. Now, how do you calculate closure and goto? It is with the help of diagrams. It is very easy to find out closure and goto. So that also we will see how to calculate closure and goto. And then you will be constructing an LR0 table. For LR0 parser, you will be making LR0 table. SLR parser, you will be making SLR table, and so on. As I told you, the basic logic is same for all the LR parsers, and we will be at the end checking the string validity. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind is when you construct the LR0 table, you will have 2 things. One is called the action and one is called the goto. Action will have only terminals and goto will have only variables. You need not worry too much about that. When you construct it, you will find it to be very, very easy. So we'll have a question directly. Using LR0 parser, check whether a given string AA, BB is valid or not. I believe all of you have already written down the question. Now we'll directly go into the construction. Now, let us first construct something called an augmented grammar. Now, as you all know, we've seen earlier, augmented grammar means your normal grammar plus an extra word. So first thing what I'll do is, I will write my normal grammar, AA, and A is AA or B. This is my normal grammar. Now, I am going to add an extra rule. So I just simply add S dash is nothing but S. Now, these 3 rules together, you call it your augmented grammar. So I'll go once again. You're done with step number 1, augmented grammar. Now, you have to construct LR0 items with the help of your closure and goto. Now, for closure and goto, to calculate that, you will be having an operator called dot. Okay, you will have an operator called dot. Now, dot actually means the look ahead pointer, or, you know, in very simple terms, what you have to look into, or In formal terms, I say it is my look ahead pointer. Now, if I write something like this, I have a rule like this, S is AA. Okay, this is my rule. Now, initially, my dot will be over here, the leftmost. Okay, which means I have to look into A followed by an A. Now, imagine I looked into A. I looked into A. My dot will go like this. A dot A. Which means, I finished looking one A. I have to look into one more A. And after I look into the second A, my dot will be over here. A dot. Now to the right, there's nothing, which means, I'm done. I am done. And I can say this to be my final state. Similarly, imagine you have something like this. A. Initially, my dot will be over here. Once I encounter a small a, my dot will move. It will become A dot A, which means, I have a capital A towards the right of dot, which means, A more, capital A I have to encounter. And once I encounter a capital A, I will reach like this, A dot. The dot has traveled, the dot will travel. And now, towards the right of dot, I do not have anything, which means I have reached the final state. So this is what you mean by the dot operator. Let's start. Initially, the dot is over here. Okay, I have not encountered anything. So I have the dots before my S, before my AA, before my dot AA, and we have to find out for each case. So, I'll do one by one. Let's say, imagine I encounter an S. I'm taking only my first rule into consideration. Imagine I encounter an S. What will happen? After that, imagine I encounter an A. Because, after dot S is there. Here, after dot, capital A is there. So, if I encounter A, what will happen? My third rule, imagine if I encounter a small a, what will happen? Because the dot is just before small a. And look at the second rule, A to B, which means, imagine I encounter a B, what will happen? So you have to find cases for all. Now look here, the first case. Imagine you encounter S. Your rule will now become S dash is, you finished encountering S. So, your dot will become after S. The same way here, you encountered an A. So, your dot will come after the first A and A. Okay, you encounter a small a, the first case, your rule will now become A dot A. And the second case of A, imagine you encountered a B, it will become A B dash. So these are the various cases which can happen. Now look here, look at the second case, S is A dot A, which means, I have to yet encounter a capital A. Capital A is not a terminal. Capitals, as you all know, capitals, they are all variables. They are terminals, which can be expanded into something else. So what can A be expanded? In the rule itself, they're telling A can be expanded to A, AA or B. So I write over here, where A can be AA or B. Look at the third case. Third case also I have a capital A, which can again be expanded. So I write A can be the same thing, AA or B. Okay, so now I'll just circle all my stuff. Okay. Now, circling helps to tell you whether it is a final state or not. Okay. Now, I'll just circle all my states. Okay. For easier understanding, I'll just circle this, and this. Now, look here. Identify which are the final states. Now, final states means you have reached the end of the rule and you have nothing more to encounter. Look here, dot is at the end, which means this is the final state. Double circle the final states. This is not a final state because you have A more to encounter. This is also not a final state because you have an A more to encounter. Look at the last one, B dot, which means you have encountered everything. You don't have anything more to encounter, which means this is also a final state. So in the first transition, you have got two final states. So now you can leave off the final states. You're done with that. You have to now see what can be done with the other states. Anyway, each and everything you will have to reach the final state. Okay. So now look here. Here also, you'll be having a dot over here. You will be even having a dot over here. Now, let's go for the next transition. Okay. A, second, go for the second circle. A dot A, which means, you can encounter an A. Okay. So, what will happen if you encounter an A? If you encounter an A, you will get A dot, which will be a final state. Okay. So, that is done. You even have a second rule. When you encounter small a, what will happen? When you encounter small a here, when you encounter small a, you will get A dot A. A dot A, which is, actually this itself. When you encounter small a, you will get A dot A, and of course, A is expanded to AA and B. If you encounter this B portion, what will happen? If you encounter this B portion, what will happen? A will become B dot. A will become B dot. We are going into this particular transition. Okay. A, small a, dot, capital A. The dot has to travel. The dot encounters A. Now, when the dot encounters A, you will be getting a stage like A dot. Okay. On the encountering of small a, you will be having, not small a, capital A. On the encountering of capital A, you will have A dot. Dot is at the end. The poor guy, he need not encounter anything else, which means this is also a final state. Now let's go for the second rule. A, small a, capital A, the dot has to travel. It has to go between capital A and small a, which means, interestingly, when I traverse on small a, I will be coming back to my original, the same state, A dot A, and A I can expand it as dot AAB. The second one, this. When the dot has to travel to B, I will be having this particular state. Okay, so these are the various transitions I. Now let's learn a few terms over here. Now, this initial stage, I call it initial closure. This is my initial closure. Now, I do have something called final states. Now here, this is a final state, this is a final state, this and this. I do have 4 final states. or even I call it each of these, I can call it a final item. I will call it a final item. Now, these operations, these transition operations, I will call them go to. So this is what you mean by go to and closure. Each of the circles you see over here, you call them LR0 items. Okay, so that is what is step number 2. Construct LR0 items with the help of closure and go to until the final states are reached. That is what I've done exactly. Okay, starting from my grammar, I added and augmented. At the end of the day, I am able to reach my final states with the help of closures and go to. Is the naming also okay for you? Is the naming also okay? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, exam name rule
അടുത്ത സ്റ്റേജിൽ മനസ്സിലാവും ഞാൻ എന്തിനാ ആറെന്നും പറഞ്ഞ പേര് കൊടുത്തേ എന്നുള്ളത് മനസ്സിലാവും. Okay, now I'll go once again. As I told you earlier, we did identify what are our terminals A, B and dollar. Variables, we do have capital A and capital S. Okay, LR0 table will have an action with only the terminals and a go to with only the columns. Okay, so for that I have my action part. I've written AB dollar. In my go to part I will write A capitals. I have a small problem over here. I will have to go into the previous slide. You can look onto your diagrams. Okay, so 0 to A. Find out 0 to A. 0 through A you reached 0 through a capital A. Let's see, where do you reach? 0 through small a, you are reaching 3. So you write over here S3. Why we are writing a capital S, I will tell you later. It is actually for shift. It means shift. That is why you write S3. 0 through small b. Let me check my diagram. 0 through small b, I am reaching 4. So I write S4. Okay. Dollar, everything would be a dash, 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 and a dash. Okay. Now let's see. 1 through small a. 1 through small a, you don't reach anywhere. 1 through small b, 1 is the final state. So you don't travel anywhere from there. Okay. Now 2 through small a. 2 through small a, you are reaching 3, and 2 through small b, you are reaching 4. Okay, so I write over here S3 and S4. Okay, now let's see. From 3 through A and B. From 3 through A, you'll reach 3 itself. Okay, 3 and 4. You have 3 and 4. Okay, so we have done a portion of our action. Now we'll go on to our go to part. Okay, so 0, stage 0 through capital A. Okay, stage 0 through capital A, I reach I2, but here when you write it as capital. You don't write S because we're not shifting over here. Why? You will see it later. 0 through S. 0 through S. Yeah, I'll reach 1. This was my final state. David. 2 through A. 2 through A, I'm reaching 5. 2 through S, I'm not reaching anywhere. So I'll just write a 5 over here. Hyphen. 3 through A. 3 through a capital A, I'm reaching at 6. Kindly mute. Joseph, mute. Come to 4, 5, 6, the final 6. Now, if you look onto your picture, 4 is a final state, which is actually R3. So, in this part, you will write R. R. Which rule? Which rule does it correspond to? So, I'll write over here R3, R3, R3. So, here you need not. You have 3 things over here. Dollar also. R3. Okay. Now, 5. 5 is what? 5 is actually my R1. So I write R1, R1, and R1. 6 is what? 6 is which rule? 6 is my second rule. So I write over here R2, R2, and R2. Now, in your table, underneath the go-to part for your final states, you will not write anything. Just leave it blank because, it is irrelevant. You will not, because you have reached the final state, you're not going to encounter anything more. So we are done with the table. Now we have to prove whether AA, BB dollar is valid or not. So, we'll have to check whether AA, BB dollar is valid or not. You have to do 2 things. One is you have to check the validity, and together with that, you have to even construct the tree further. Okay, so here below, I will start constructing the tree also for the same, because at the end of the day, you even need a bottom-up parsing tree. So I'll write over here AA, BB, so that I can start building my tree from below. Now, you will have a look ahead pointer which will be traveling. So initially, you will be traveling starting with this A over here. You will be starting to travel with A. Your initial is 0. If you look into your diagram, the initial is 0. Okay. So I write over here 0. I'm looking at A. I'm looking at A. So look here, 0A S3, which means it's telling push. S means push. Push. So I write here 0A3. Now I'm done with my A. I encounter my next A. So 3 encountering an A. 3 is encountering an A, which again says push S3, push 3 inside. My look ahead pointer has now changed to here, B. So now I'm looking at B. 3B. 3B. They are telling me 4. Shift 4. Shift 4 means, push 4 into my stack. So, my look ahead pointer has now moved on to over here, B. So now I have 4B. 4B. Okay. Now look. My shifting all is done. Okay. Shift. No more pushing. I can't push because why? 4B, it is a rule. 4B, it is a rule. Or I can say R rule reduce. S shift. R reduce. That is why that kind of a naming convention is followed. So when you look 4B, it is R3. So let's go back and see what is R3. R3 tells me A, B, which means, a B can be reduced to an A. A small b can be reduced to a capital A. But mind you, in LR0, it is 0. Na? 0 means not the current one, the just previous. So you are actually at the last b. But it is not that b you are going to reduce. Just look previous. Look previous and check whether you have a b. Look just previous and check whether you have a B. Yeah, I do have a B over here, which means that particular B has to be reduced into an A. Now, in case I do not have a B just previous, which means, you cannot reduce it to capital A, which means, your string could be invalid. So, my just next B, I have now substituted it or reduced it with a capital A. So now the reduction is done. Now you have to pop from your stack. What do you pop from the stack? Now, before I forget, I'll just, I've replaced it with a capital A. So, I'll just write a capital A over here. I've reduced it to capital A. Now look here, on to the right hand side. You have replaced only a single B. Okay, there's just one thing which you replaced. Pop the double, which means, you have to pop out two elements. How much ever things you have replaced, pop out the double elements. So I've just replaced a B over here, which means, I will be popping out two elements. So now I do have 0A, 3A, 3 capital E. You have 3A. Now this A is something which came in new. A is something which came in new with respect to our 3. So now you have to check 3A. What is 3A? 3A is 6. So I write over here 6. Okay. So I am now done with my stack. Currently I have 6. Now let's go back again. I finished B. Now my look ahead pointer is at this B. So find out 6B. 6B, they are telling me R2. 6B is R2. Let me check out what is R2. R2, what is my rule to? A is A. That is my R2. If you look into here, R2 is small a, capital A. Small a, capital A. My look ahead pointer is at B. I will not be replacing that. Just look before. Just look before and see if you have an AA. See if you have an AA. Okay, luckily I do have an AA which can be replaced to A. If you did not have this AA, your string would have been invalid. Now look here, how many elements did I replace? I replaced 2 elements, which means I have to pop out the double 4. Okay, so I'll do one thing. What did I replace it with? I replaced it with an A. I will be popping out 4 elements. So now I have 0A, 3A. Just complete this. 3A is what? 3A is again a 6. So that's done. Now again, I have my look ahead pointer over here, B. So 6B. What is 6B? 6B, they are telling me R2. 6B, they are telling I will be having a reduction called R2. So let's find out what is R2. R2 is again AA. R2 is again AA. R2 is AA. What was that? Capital A becomes small a, which means you are here in B. Don't touch the B. Look just before. Look just before. If you do have a small a, capital A. Yeah, I do have that. Replace it with A. Replace it with A. So I write that A over here. How many elements are there? There are 2 elements, which means I am to pop out 4 elements. I am to pop out 4 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. I popped out 4 elements. 0A. No? I wrote A, I popped out, make a table entry to complete that operation. 0A is 2. So I write over here 0A2. Okay. Now, I was just before, like, I did all the replacing. Now, again, my look ahead pointer comes over here, B. So let's find out. 2B. 2B is what? 4. 2B is shift 4. Push 4 inside. Okay. So that's done. Next, I am encountering $. So find out what is $4. $4, they're telling me $4 is a rule. So let's do that. Okay. $4 is a rule. $4 is a rule R3. $4 is a rule called R3. Let me find out what is R3. R3 is A is B. A is B. Okay, you are now in your dollar part. Don't touch your dollar. Just see what is there before. You should have a B. That is what they tell you. You should have a B. You have a B anyway. And then what do you need to do? You need to replace that B to A. You have 1 item, which means, you have to pop out 2. So, I'll do one thing. I'll write my A over here. I pop out 2 elements. 2A. 2A is, I have 5. Okay. So I have 0A, 2A, 5. Now, as you all know, my look ahead pointer, it did go a bit back to do all the replacing. Now it is coming back. And again, it is at the dollar. So let's find out $5. Okay. $5 is again a rule. $5 is a rule. So which rule is $5? $5, they're telling me $5. It is a rule called R1. Let's find out what is R1. R1 is S should be made AA. So you are here in your dollar. Don't touch your dollar. Look before. Look before. You should have had 2 A's. If you didn't have 2 A's just before, which means, nothing was wrong. But anyway, you do have 2 A's. Replace it with an S. You do have 2 elements, which means you have to pop out 4 elements. You have to pop out the 4 elements. So, I'll write my S over here. I will pop out 4 elements. So, I have over here 0S. Again, I'm encountering $. Okay. I am encountering $. When you look over here, 0S, it is 1. Now, if you look over into your diagram, 1 is nothing but your start symbol. 1 is nothing but your start symbol. If you reach such a case, okay, you're starting at your augmented grammar, look here, you are starting at 0. You're starting at your augmented grammar, and then you reach your start symbol, you will say that the string is valid. And yes, you were able to even construct a perfect tree. So I say the string AA BB is a valid string. AA BB is a valid string. So we'll do the same. Another question for the same grammar. Check whether AA BA is valid. Check whether AA BA is valid, which means at the end of the day, I will need a bottom-up tree for my A, B. Okay, so let's start doing it. 0, initial, 0. My look ahead is over here. 0A, which means 3. 3A, 3A, which is again a 3. Okay, after which I move to B. 3B, which is now a 4. Okay, and then I move over here A. 4A. 4A, they are telling me it is a rule. 4A is a rule called, which rule? R3. Let me find out what is R3. R3 is A to B. R3 is A to B, which means, don't touch this. Just go before and see if you have a B. Yeah, I have a B, and I replace it to A. Pop out 2. So, I replaced it with A. Pop out 2. Follow this. Yeah. 3 capital A. 3 capital A is a 6. Okay, so I have 0A, 3A, 3A, 6. My look ahead pointer is again at my A portion. 6 small a. Okay, they're telling me 6 small a, which is again a rule called R2. 6A is R2. Let's find out what is R2. R2 is small a, capital A. A is small a, capital A. Don't touch this A. Just before that, you will have a small a, capital A. Replace that to A. 2 elements, which means, I'll have to pop out 4 elements. Replace it with A. So I write A over here. The same way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I have 0, A, 3A. It's completed. 3A is what? 3A is 6. Okay. So, again, look ahead pointer. Again at my A. 6 small a. 6 small a is again my rule called R2. 6A is a rule called R2. R2, I know that it is a rule called A. Don't touch this. Look before and see if you have something called AA. Yeah, I do have that. I replaced it. I need to pop out 4. Just write this over here. And then I will be popping out 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 0, A. So let me complete that. 0A is 2. 0A is 2. And again over here, my look ahead pointer. 2 small a. 2 small a is 3. 2 small a is 3. Okay. Now, next I need to find out $3. $3. $3. No, you cannot reach such a stage like that. $3. No, you can't move further. No, if this kind of a thing encounters, yeah, that's it. So, it is invalid. If you look, let's just try doing it manually and check whether it is valid or not. What were the rules? You had SAA, and then you even had A as small a, B. Let's just check whether what we did is correct or not. Let's check the validity. Let's check by deriving it. Let's check by deriving it whether there is a possibility that you get A. Okay, so what we can do is, let's just write essence AA. I'm just cross-checking whether what we did is correct or not. AA, you need to start it with A, so I replace A. And then again I replace A. Okay, you will never get it. You You will never get it. All strings, you know, it should be ending with B. Okay. So anyway, you will not be getting AABA. All strings, it should end up with a B. You will not be able to prove it. Okay, so what we did is correct. This is an invalid string. This is an invalid string. You will not be able to get it. Check whether the same grammar. Check whether ABB is valid. Check whether ABB is valid, and even check whether AB is valid. Check whether ABB, AA, not AB, ABB, AA. Check whether these are valid with the help of LR0 parsers.